What are you even sewing, sir? Sewing all that man. Exactly. So why you cannot just, it's not just, don't see why you cannot just do it, man. I'm telling you that if I had more than 24 hours in a day, I still would be able to take your orders. But as it is, I'm literally sleeping 3 hours a day. So can't you just squeeze in? Like, are you not hearing me? That I'm saying I'm not sleeping, but you still want me to find time and squeeze your one cloth. I don't. Some people are really inconsiderate. And sometimes when it's an outfit, you ask yourself that this thing is an outfit. It's not kidney you're trying to buy for me and I'm giving you. It's dress.
Wow.
Like if you do not, because sometimes you will break your back, sew this garment that is the express they demanded for everything, and when the client gets the outfit, God.
Wow.
I would have been sleeping. Or I remember there was one particular situation.
For that extra one, you must.
For that extra one.
You must. So people don't understand that these are cost implications that people have to take. So you want to, and then you want to reduce your expenses. You also don't want to be charging the customer that much money. So you have to cut it where you can cut it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think at the end of the day, the people that understand and will whatever will, and then there's people that are very difficult. Eventually, they will make them understand. If they want that, you do good work. If they want that work, they will have to understand.
And like I always tell people, you don't really have to work with everybody there. I mean, I'm not proud to say this, but I've stylishly dropped a few clients for my sanity, for my well-being.
You can't please everyone. You can't please everyone. They expect a certain something from you. You're not able to. It's really that simple. It's actually not even very emotional as far as I'm concerned. You can part ways amicably, and hopefully there'll be somebody out there that'll be willing to do that for you. But we will continue to always do our very best.
Yeah.
We'll continue to give our very best, but we can only do what we are able to do, what we have given.
So yeah, we have no choice.
That's it. So.
It's not like we have a lot of choice anyway, so
okay.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really, yeah.
That was so enlightening.
Yeah. I really hope we can reach some people, you know what I mean? For people to really understand, you know, and think twice when you're approaching someone, think twice, take a moment and think about what it is, what you're demanding and what you're getting. And
you know the thing is that when these clients feel like you can get this thing from somebody else, that's the either tailors or the desperate tailors. Because the truth is, I keep telling people that, see, I know I've started this business, I've never had any source of external income or capital.
I would say
No family,
nobody has
funded,
no grants.
no family has said, take this one,
Yeah.
Nah, nobody. You know, it's literally the definition of starting small with all you have. You know, and even at that, I still say I'm even in the privileged sector because being who I am and being in my circle, I was lucky that when I started, I had clients waiting to try me out at the price I was charging. Right? Do you understand? Like you have that kind of clientele available. That's number one. Number two, you have people that you can actually, but because not everybody is privileged and lucky enough to have that. You know, you're literally in a community that people can afford to pay that high. So you have to try and get yourself out of that community so you can charge better rates and earn better pay and all that. So there are people that are downright desperate. Like I have a table right next to me in one container in the next apartment, and the man he doesn't even know, like he charges like 8,000. I'm like, man, I used to charging 8,000 in this time.
Yeah.
You understand? And so people in my building, they're like, yeah, you patronize him now, you're really expensive. Like, yeah, but have you never asked why he has been there 8 years, 10 years, still in that same container? He has not moved forward. Do you understand? The guy complains to me, realize that this money that you think you need, you're not actually getting it though.
You will forever.
It's just cash. It's just cash flow.
Hand to mouth. It will always be hand to mouth.
I said, okay, how many people are you owing now? He said, oh, more.
Yeah.
You cannot even start. Because it's beyond hand to mouth. Hand to mouth is not even enough for hand to mouth. You are going to be in debt. I know comfortable fashion designers who are working from their parents' house, their father's houses, or whatever, their husband's houses. And they're still in debt. They're not the ones buying the electricity, nothing. They don't need exorbitant lifestyles, nothing. So what are they? They're spending money on the business. And it all boils down to, again, clients not willing to pay before service. A client saying you should go ahead when they've not deposited any money. And also you not charging enough to. It's like this month alone, I know I spent over 300,000 naira on accessories. Accessories. So when a client is paying me, her bill is up to 500,000, she's like feeling like I'm really giving. You've not given me anything. You know the accessories for all the money. See all the things you want on your dresses. Which is why when I'm sending a client a breakdown, I break it down like sewing cost is this, your accessories is this. When you say let's reduce the price, okay, so shall we reduce from the accessories? Because there's no way I'm touching my sewing cost. It's going to remain like that. So if you want it cheap, I suggest you remove the embellishments and the outbreak. Because again, dollars really affected the prices of those things. So it's like I ordered the 100K worth of accessories from Lagos. If it's inside one small nylon like this. I said, no, we have to check this, it's not complete. So when I brought it out and checked my email,
it makes sense.
Very complete. Like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? It's crazy. So it's crazy. It's like, nah. At the end of the day, we need support. We need other people loans that there are no good business loans out there. So people feel some kind of way taking loans, like stigma, like, hello. You're a business person. So you want to coast without taking loans. I don't understand. Like, we're not really enlightened business-wise and so on and so forth. You're not in any way supposed to use your personal money to start any business. Ever. Ever. But in Nigeria, no. Aspire to perspire people will be advising you to use your money and start. As in, like, so what will you be using to eat when you're using your money to start the business? Did you think about that part?
It's hard.
Giving people unrealistic information, pumping them.
But even the people giving the loans, I mean, for them, it's like you don't even talk to them about a repayment plan. You don't advise them as to how much. It's just for everybody's like. So even those things, it's like you're nervous doing it because, gosh,
Because the interest rates too are crushing.
Yeah.
And the banks, they won't give you. I'm asking for. Banks said they only give me 3 million naira. Then why am I not able to do it? I thought you even tell me you give me 10 million.
Oh, let's not even go. Let's not even divert. If not banks, they give you POS. They'll collect the POS from you if you're not.
Yeah, they've collected my POS.
You're not using it enough. It's like
you're not using the POS enough.
No, there are people that need your POS. So even the support from all these, but they don't waste time cutting out all the fees that they need to cut out. Absolutely not.
And it's SMEs that are holding it
together. Literally.
What are the industries like?
Literally.
After civil service, oil is really that plenty, the job opportunities there. Agriculture, how many really?
They are even beginning. IMF has recently now just said that central bank, all the what's the word I'm looking for, assistance, they should cut it all off, cut it all down. The loans and all the support that they've been here, they need to literally end it. All the kind of things that we were relying on from after COVID and all these, it's all, like you said, the SMEs, agriculture, all of these industries. This is what we've been relying on. It's like we should cut it all off. So there's no support. I remember, I will never forget when I went to Nexim. No, it wasn't Nexim. NEPC. I had somebody who had contacted me from ASOS, and they wanted to, how like they support all these, they go and they work with all these communities. So they wanted to work with some communities in Nigeria, or at least just use our local fabric, our local, So I had gone to talk about. So if we're able to soak, they wanted lace. I found a factory that manufactured lace, because then at the time I was really deep in my textiles. And so I'd gone to talk about, to just find out from them if you want to export. But then because of course shipping, that's not even good then. You know what I mean? Like shipping small, if you're not getting container and all of this, like, you're making it so, and then you're telling us that we should export. But you're not helping us, you're not giving us the resources, you're not providing the means for us to push this exportation. It's going to help the economy at the end of the day. I went to NEPC to speak to someone about, I wasn't even looking for anything, just can you point me in the right direction? Because even when we get these goods, how are we going to export them? Shipping prices, all of that. The first thing the woman said to me was, we don't have any money to give you. Don't come here and ask for money. We're not giving you money. I was shocked.
So I
said, I don't want any money from you. I'm just trying to ask from you in terms of, this is what has come to me. You guys are the ones that have been saying exporting, taking things out. You're saying all of this. Have come to me. Your Nigerian export, the NEPC. This is what you do. Well, she doesn't really know, but what she can, maybe she will advise me, I should try and reach out to all these shippers that have containers, and that, well, maybe, when they bring things in, they have to take the container back out. So maybe I might be able to work out a deal with one of them where they can put my things in the container. That's what she said to me. Then she said, they have a book that they was asked to pay for the book. I should go downstairs. I don't know how much it was. That maybe they have some resources in there that might be helpful to me. The minute I got that, the first thing she said to me was, "You don't have any money to give you. You don't have money to give them." I left there. I was so discouraged. This was how many years ago was this now? This was a good 5 years ago. When I sourced those fabrics for ASOS, I don't know. Yeah. In the end, they provided their shippers. In the end, they had to provide their own shippers. Had to ship the things to Ghana, send the things to Ghana for them to now, because they have a freight forwarding company that they use in Ghana, because they do lots of work in Ghana. So to send the things to Ghana for them to. It was so discouraging. So that one, you know what? We have a long way to go. It can be very discouraging, but we're here. What are we going to do? We have to keep pushing. So we need to find, it's all these organizations, we need to find organizations that are willing to speak for us, to represent us, because we want to do it. We want to help this economy. We are all about Nigeria. We're proud of our country. We're proud of our country, and we want to help our economy. We know the talent that is in here, but we need the support. Yes. Even if you're not going to give us the financial support, just make things a little bit easier for us. Honestly. Before you blink, something license. This one, that one. And the minute they come in there, they're looking for how they can do a deal with you. Yes. There's one that said, just pay me, and then you won't pay for the rest of it. I said, I don't understand. I should pay you to defraud the government. I said, no, give me my bill, I will pay, but I will pay directly to her. And they will harass you and harass you and harass you and harass you.
There's always a list of things that they don't disclose. So that they'll be doing it.
Before you blink, they are at your door. Yeah, they have a new bill, a new this one, TV license, this one, that one, signage license. They're always so happy when they get somewhere and they are just see from the door. They are shaking because they know how they're going to extort you to collect it. It's discouraging. And it's everywhere, whether it's, shop owners, market people, and it's terrible. Yes. And they will exploit anyone, any and everyone. They don't care. They will exploit you. And yet they're squeezing you every day. Don't let FIRS enter here. You will pay. So it's tough. It's tough. From everybody's dealing with it. So one day we pray. We get the right people in office, and hopefully,
things will.
Yeah, because we Nigerians were resilient. People leaving, they're leaving because they're desperate. People that are leaving don't want to leave. We love Nigeria. We want to leave. We don't want to leave, but we don't have a choice. People are leaving because they don't have a choice. It's like it's survival now. They're willing to go and do all kinds of menial jobs because no matter where it is that they are, it will always be better than me. It's sad. If everybody leaves, who will stay? If everybody leaves, who will stay? But what choice do people have? People are literally living hand to mouth, and like you said right now, hand to mouth is not even cutting it anymore.
Just rubbing pizza to people.
So literally scam everybody. You're scamming because let me just collect from this person so I can get this person off my back.
And then
so I'll just start with the new person that's on my back.
Hi.
That's how people are living. School fees, it's terrible.
A lot of kids are not even
Yes.
Since COVID.
Yes.
Have me to put their children.
Yes. It's so unfortunate. But okay. All right, guys.
She hasn't been very good time question.
I want that price. Her designs are worth that price. It's not about the line. It's not about the next day. It's not about people only think that the reason the backing for our cost is lining hairstay material. No, she feels like her creativity is worth that price. Who wants to go and meet Vicky James and tell her, hey, your short dress is 800,000? Nobody now. She use up to how many years? But that's what she's charging. Because that's what she feels her creativity is worth. And so anybody who wants to wear a Vicky James, they want the waist snatch, they want the beading, everything, they're going to go there and they're going to pay that amount of money.
Funny you said that. I recently had the artist designer I work with,
Yeah.
and now it's even really making a lot more sense what you're saying. You know, we need to be very sensitive when we're talking to other creators too.
Yeah.
We talked about, so we're starting a new round of designs for the scarves, and then she had said, I think part of the contract was like, you know, she would start the work, and then if for whatever reason I couldn't continue, she couldn't continue, at that point we would now decide how much would be refunded. I think my contract was like, if I don't get the product, then I'll be refunded because I don't get the product. Her argument was like, okay, for whatever reason, I've already put some work into the thing, so I have to get something back. My argument was like, listen, I doubt that there's going to be any reason why I wouldn't want to finish. But if you decide, for whatever reason, that you cannot finish, then I think it's unfair for you to say, and I don't know if you had this conversation,
Yes,
I
we
think I
had that
called you to talk to you
conversation.
about it.
Yes, yes.
But now, in retrospect, and we went back and forth, she got on the phone and she explained to me this same thing, that I'm making a lot of, I'm already doing the work.
So it's
Whether or not I say I can't
it's hard not knowing
continue.
how to charge you for that work. That went back and
Yes,
forth.
because for me, but now I understand, because like, no matter what, my brain work has gone into
Yes,
this.
the time.
My design process has gone into it. The fact that it's not something that you can capture
Yes.
physically,
That's
it's not tangible, doesn't mean that it
have
doesn't
value.
cost. Exactly. So even me, I struggled, and then later I thought, you know what she says makes sense.
Yes, it's true.
She gives me this beautiful design. I look at it and I think, oh, she just sat there and sketched.
Yeah.
I don't know what her design process is.
Yes.
I don't know what sacrifices she has to make. I don't know if she has to say, you know what, in order to face this job, I have to shut down on other possible people. Because my partnership with her doesn't say, oh, you can't take other work. But she may decide, you know what, I need to.
Yes, focus on
So there's a
this.
lot of things that go into it
Yes.
that may not be what you see.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I think that was my argument with her, that now that you've explained it to me, it makes sense.
Yes.
But you have to understand what, so I think, you know, yeah.
We are still struggling with how to commercialize creativity. So it's like, it's not like painting, like artists, people who paint, that will say, you know what's 1 million, and it's the way things are always been, so people are acceptable of it. But the real reason why you might find a painting really expensive though is because the artist can't really replicate that painting. It's one of a kind, that's one. To do that, it probably took him like 100 and something tries, or maybe even 2 tries, but whatever, it's time. Do you understand? And then it's a frame of mind to get into. So his times have been really, really sad, and I just pick up my sketch and my sketchbook and I start sketching something. Do you understand? Or say a few ideas here and there, and I know some people say, hey, but you designers, you all copy yourselves, you pick A, B, C, D, and mix it together. Yes, the ability to mix it together and still come up with something nice is still being creative.
Yeah. Creatives get a bad rap, I think.
Because there are people who, there are clients who feel they can create, and they tell me, you know what, I want the sleeve of this, I want the bodice of this, I want the skirt of this, and I want the neckline of this. So yeah, give it to me.
Yeah.
And me, I'm like, okay, give it to you. You now don't like the outfit, you now try to do it. Then you would have advised me, are you not the creator? When we try to advise you people don't want to take the advice. You know, because, and I'm not going to spend hours trying to advise you when you're not going to pay for those hours of advice. So you don't want to pay. That's why you're using shortcuts to create it yourself and send it to me to copy it together.